Yeah.
So what do you guys think? What are your thoughts?
All right, let's see. This should be starting back up for you guys here.
We're leaning towards the Vive Pro.
Yeah, that seems to be where most of us are kind of feeling, but
Yeah.
you guys have experience out there. Let us know.
Tell us what you guys think.
Let us know what kind of games you guys want to play as well on the VR system.
Yeah.
It might be shooter games, but who knows? You guys might want to have some other type of games out there.
Yeah.
And so let us know.
Vibe is the best for your lead beefy pick. Make a Tech City in Glendale. Vibe looks like Vibe so far. Okay.
All right, guys. Well, this is
Vibe
starting
Pro.
up back on the Facebook side of
Yeah,
things.
Vibe Pro's the easiest for company. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. Vibe Pro.
All right, let's see if we can get this
Extreme
rolling
Combat,
back.
Tech City. Have I been to Extreme Combat Tech City? You mean like the one in Vegas?
Which one's that one?
I think that's what he's talking about, where they actually do
simunition?
Simunition rounds, and they go hand-to-hand combat and everything.
Too intense.
That's what you mean. I have not, but ironically enough, we have the owner of that outfit and I have a mutual friend that we're he's interested in talking to me about it out here, but I don't think it would fly in California. Obviously, whack job California.
Got a little bit of different rules. What's that? We're going to be able to vote on if we want to split up California this next?
Well, it's on the ballot.
It's on the ballot.
What are your thoughts out there?
Yeah. Do you want to split up California, guys?
Well, the way they split it up, as long as we get away from I don't know.
How do you really feel there?
The northern nut jobs in the Bay Area, right? Gavin Newsom. I know I'm getting political. I'll stop now.
We're back up and running here on Facebook, but let's get back to the housekeeping. We had the USP gun is new to the store with the CO2 in there with a threaded barrel, but we've got still going on. Everybody first person in line still gets a free gift, so guys, make sure you make it early. Again, we keep forgetting to see what we give out on the days we do the broadcast, but definitely
but the
if you
prices
guys
get bigger if there's more people in line.
Yeah, and so as we get into summer hours, which that starts next week for you guys on Monday, 3 o'clock, $20 entry for all day play there. Still the same $15 for all day air fills. Rentals still at the same kind of price point, starting at $10 for the basic shotgun rental and running up to now what we've just added, some Classic Army Nemesis and some 5.56 AARPs. Yeah, so those are some new models out there. We just got them into the fleet this weekend. We put a post up on Facebook. I think we posted something on Instagram as well, but if you guys didn't see, those are new to the store as well.
I'm telling you guys, Classic Army is no joke now. I know it's been a long-running joke. I'll say it. I'll be the first one to say it, but they're no joke, man. You got to check out the new line. It's
pretty solid platform.
It's pretty solid, and for the price,
you can't really go wrong, especially in their sports line.
I feel like a Classic Army fanboy.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Are they paying you? Are you sponsored?
Pay me, damn it.
Well, I do appreciate them dropping off the minigun, and we've got that out on the field. I know we're going to be running some minigun games today as well in some of our open class games. Yeah, it's been awesome. It's been really cool. The cutoff switch that we did for it makes it very fun. And
we debuted it, not just the refs video, but we debuted it for the public during the charity event, right?
Yeah, so that was the first day public got to play. I actually got my hands on it for that day when I was able to get up there. I got maybe a couple seconds of shooting, and then I got shot out, but it was so fun.
It's so funny. It's like anything else. There's whatever military or tactical advantage of a piece of equipment that you have, there's always a disadvantage.
For sure.
If you feel snipers have the advantage because the distance, but then, there's everything. Drive a tank. Yeah, you've got the armor and you got the power, but all of a sudden, you get trapped in the tank. It's a, crockpot.
Yeah, exactly.
Or, there's limitations to everything.
Exactly.
So the minigun is not the all end all, but it's so funny how some guys get there and it's and all of a sudden it's like, it's like a magnet for fire from all directions.
Start ducking, and hoping that you're not going to get shot.
It is fun, right?
Yeah. The best part is because the refs have the ability to shut it right off.
They see a hit.
They can shut it off really quickly, and people are like, "What? It's not working! It's not working!" And they panic up there. It's the funniest thing to watch.
Because you're not working anymore. You're done.
Exactly. But we also got Speed QB this Sunday, guys. And if you missed last week's broadcast, we actually are going to be going with multitude of cameras this time around. I've been working out all the kinks on some stuff, picking up some new gear, so we've got some cool things to look forward to.
We're going to have a new design of the snake.
Yes, we're working on
Same shapes, but it'll be a different configuration.
Yeah, so Sunday, that will be one of the options you guys will be able to play on Sunday when you get down here. And then as far as the clinic goes, that is going to be on July 15th. That is going to be our Speed QB clinic. So definitely we're going to be talking to you guys on Sunday, getting some input from you guys, seeing a couple directions that we want to go with that.
So far, I'm looking for a couple more instructors I'm going to have pick and reach out to. But so far we have, besides myself, we're going to have Figgy from LTD and Eric from SYG as guest instructors.
Awesome.
So, I mean, again, keep in mind, guys, it's not necessarily gameplay for that clinic. It's a clinic.
Yeah.
Any of you guys who are familiar with paintball clinics, it's a lot more drills and like question and answer and positioning and maybe some one-on-ones or two-on-twos, whatever the scenario may be for that particular skill set. But it's more about, you know, from the neck up and learning skills for your personal game and also taking it back to your team. Because we'll talk about team dynamics as well. You know, walking a field. What do you look for walking a field, playing a bunker, communication, you know, playing one-on-one in a tournament situation. People don't realize that it's a completely different animal and your mindset's completely different when you're playing one-on-one, right? But anyways, a lot of that stuff's going to be covered. We're taking it to the next level. Beginners are welcome, of course, but this is primarily geared for the guys that are playing Speed QB and just want to up their game and just
actually get some tactics and not just
personally and teams as well.
Yeah,
individual and teams as well.
And so you're learning from some of the top players out there. You're learning from people who have been playing it from the get-go, and then you're also going to be down there giving advice as well from your experience of playing this type of paintball, like paintball style kind of thing. Yeah, how we want to call it that way. But let me see, close that. And then, but that's going to be on July 15th. We're getting more details out. We'll get you guys a price on that and everything as that comes a little closer.
I can't see some of it because the white table background.
All right.
Some questions.
Can I have your autograph, producer Derek? Sure.
No? We're good?
Yeah, we're just, everybody kind of just joining in.
All right.
Yeah. Milsim allows running and shooting. Why doesn't attack? Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, depends on your event.
Yes.
Yeah, if you want to run and shoot, come to Speed QB on the 17th.
There you go. By the way, I thought we mentioned it. Full Force. What's the date?
I haven't got to that yet.
I'm sorry.
Yes, I was still going down the line. Let's hear you jumping the gun. But I do want to start before we get into Full Force. Kids Boot Camp is on June 24th, and then our next Full Force only day. I don't have the date. Why did I have the time, but I don't have the date?
July 1st.
July 1st, thank you.
July 1st.
July 1st. So, guys,
$10.
that is going to be $10, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m.
So for everybody on our broadcasts and the emails that I get and the questions here in the lobby, when's the next Full Force day? That's the day. Show up. You don't show up, I'm not doing it again. Yeah. Show your support. If you like something, show your support, and we'll do it again. We'll do it better.
At $10, like Full Force for that many hours of play before you even get into
Tell
open
your friends.
play. Like, come on. Like, you guys need to make that sense.
If it's not popular, I'm not doing it again.
Yeah, it's not worth it for us. If you guys complain that you don't have enough Full Force,
we do it on Thursdays, but you can't make it during the week. Okay, I have it on a Sunday now. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, and then for Jake asking why we wearing airsoft glasses, because we are on the field. People are playing behind us, down below us. We have to. It's part of our policy here. Cannot walk on this field without eye pro, unless instructed by rest for orientation purposes. But then the other event we've got coming up on July 21st, a lot of people enjoyed it, but July 21st is our members-only day for that morning. So it opens up in the morning. Last members only, I made it down here. I brought about 5 dozen donuts for everybody because, I mean, I can't do breakfast without my donut, right? And so
Breakfast of champions.
Exactly. So everyone, we got to have fun down here. We played all kinds of different games. There's some Speed QB style games. We had some burst games. We had Full Force games. We had a mix of stuff going on. I think we had about 25 people show up, 30 people. So it was a nice, fun crowd to come down and play with. But definitely, you can any membership It's bronze,
All the way up.
silver, gold, platinum, diamond, and guess what? If you don't have membership and you come in on July 21st that morning, you want to buy membership just to play that day and get started, cool, do it. It's there's no cutoff date for that to come and play on that day. You just have to be a member. And then the pro shop is open. You guys still get your membership discounts, but you can also come down and play with us as well. A lot of the employees come down and play with you guys as well on that event. I think we had about 7 employees on that event come down and have fun with us as well for the members. But that's on July 21st. That will be going on, and that is for members only. There's no cost to you guys. It's just your membership. That's really what it is. So that's going on. And then as far as everything else, that is everything housekeeping-wise. But we want to talk a little bit more about the VR experience. So if you guys have had any VR experience, if you guys have kind of done anything out there in the VR world, if you guys own VR, we're thinking about adding 2 units, maybe 1 to get started, but 2 units potentially upstairs in the air conditioning. So in between rounds, in between games, you guys can rent the space for a couple minutes for a pretty reasonable price too, to get some VR game play in there. So definitely, we want to know what you guys think. I know we talked a little bit earlier, I think, while we were cut off on the Facebook side, but is the Vibe the best direction to go with for you guys?
Like from some of the comments here, I don't know about the Facebook crowd, but
yeah, well, we got it back up and running, so I'm letting those
the
Facebook
Vibe
people
Pro
contact.
right?
Yeah, so the Vibe, I've had experience with the Vibe. I haven't had experience with the Oculus or the PlayStation option. The PlayStation option we've looked into, and that's a viable option. We just don't know if that's the right option to go with as well. So what games do you guys want to see played? I know you're heading out to a facility here at Downtown Disney.
Is it Go Game Pro? Or?
You said something, I know.
I can't remember. Sorry.
And then you're talking about getting out to
the Void on Friday in Glendale.
I was looking at going to the Descent in Orange, at the block of Orange.
Descent.
That's the Alien
so
kind of thing. Yeah.
The Descent, the Void.
So the Void, I think that's
like both those names
the
actually.
Star Wars one, or that you're going to, or you don't know?
I don't
you
really
just
remember.
go. Yeah, and then the Descent one is here in Anaheim. That is the Aliens franchise.
Seems like you're descending to like a pit, or I mean,
So,
that's
from what
descent. I think
well,
of.
so what I understand is there's like an elevator system that you actually get in, and it doesn't actually drop, but it makes it feel like you're going down, and then you walk out of this space, and then you move around.
Like, film while you're doing it?
No, I don't think so.
Proprietary?
Well, yeah, I think because of like they don't want to give anything away for the people who do it, but they do have a video online, so I'm excited to get down and try it. But I think that'll probably be the next weekend or so for myself to get down and get some time to do that. But if you guys have experience with VR, let us know. Yes. We want to know from that as well. And then the Speed QB clinic was the other thing we really wanted to talk about as well.
We talked about it a little bit, July 15th. Right?
Yeah, and then we got someone. The Oculus is really good. I have one with touch controls. That's Miguel 48 chiming in there with that. Let's see, a bunch of people joining, but no one commenting. Sonny, are you Armenian? What?
I am not.
What? Are you just standard Mexican?
I'm a Met.
You're a Mutt? You're a Mutt? Yeah, I think most. I mean, at this.
I mean,
yeah.
Like 5 or 6 generations. I mean, geez. At that point, it's.
And then.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
Sometimes when I close my eyes, I can't see. Well, open your eyes. That would help with the situation.
Facebook. What do we got on Facebook? Nobody's on.
No one commenting on Facebook. We got viewers, but no one chiming in any comments over there. I know we see it's Jim and Barbie. They're off of work, and see that's dedication. Yes. They're over here watching the show for us when they're off of work. But yeah, they were in early. So I don't know if you guys know, but we've been having a film crew in here all week long. So the field's got some updated, some painting we're looking at across the field. Right now I can see they did some paint jobs out there. We've painted a lot of the back side of the things, but the field's kind of all weird right now.
4 more days of filming.
Yeah, so definitely come down, check out some of the new stuff that they kind of going to be permanent now because they've painted it on our bunkers, and so we'll be leaving it there. We're not going to be painting over. We're just going to be touching up some of our other stuff that we have going on as well. But that's what we've got going on the field. Again, it's Pistol Shotgun Night. It's $5 today entry. There's still a few hours left to come down and play. if you guys want to come down and join us. And there is mixed games going on because we do have a lot of places, a lot of people who brought rifles as well, so there is kind of a mix.
And that is
a lot of shots going off over there. Nope, that is a pistol. That is a pistol and a carbine kit.
That's it.
Yeah. Oh, and I see another pistol and a carbine kit over here as well.
Game, though,
yeah. How does a minigun work in game? Does it run on randomly or run on specific game modes? So it's for specific game modes that we do. What we usually do is we announce that the minigun will be on for that game set that we're running. And what usually happens is the referees call out a 30-second kind of opener so that the minigun is off. And once they start yelling across the field that the minigun is live, they will actually remotely turn the minigun on. And anyone who wants to get up onto the jungle gym and use it, they can use it. Now, understand that you can run the risk of being shot very easily up there.
It's a magnet.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's not something we made that you can just really feel protected. It is a tactical advantage about putting rounds down range, but you will draw a lot of attention. You'll be lucky to stay alive probably more than 15 seconds, I would say.
If you're smart and a team dynamic, you have somebody be the guinea pig to run the microgun, and you have other guys that kind of hover around like a defense force, where when everybody just fixates on it, you attack them at that point at different angles.
Yeah, so there's a couple corners of the jungle gym that you can really tuck into and not get noticed. Now, my tactic that I used over the weekend was to tuck in that corner, get up the jungle gym, and wait for them to open the minigun.
Hit it for a little bit, get off of it.
And tuck down.
Yeah.
I looked for heads. I was trying to peek and see where heads were kind of popping. And as soon as that minigun turned on, I jumped up and just kept their heads down. And my teammates were able to move really quickly up into a position that eliminated them. I immediately got shot. I maybe bursted 100 rounds out of it before I got shot, but it was a lot of fun to see that going on and just be able to play with it. It's I don't know what it is about that minigun, but it's so much fun. But it is going to be there for the public to play. It's just one of those things that you guys can get out there.
Playing it very soon because
I know
this was a pistol only game, so
I think that next open class game will be running it, and then. We're not ignoring anybody. We're just reading through the comments.
There we go. We just read it. There you go. We didn't ignore you.
Look at the dead box. Look at the dead box.
SYG.
And, there they go. See, there's someone waving at the dead box. So, if you guys can't tell on the Facebook because you're watching on Instagram, we actually have picture-in-picture, so you can actually see a lot more of the field on Facebook's stream. You can see most of the Speed QB side, and we're actually going to be doing that from here on out, depending on where we are out here, because we've again upgraded some of the equipment and we can actually now put cameras out on the field and give you some picture-in-picture while we're doing the broadcast here for the hour. You can actually see how that gameplay is going. But right now I have about 7-8 people just on the mezzanine watching. I've got about 80 people right now on the field for this $5 Wednesday that we've got. It's a pretty big day to start off the summer season. Really appreciate Sonny doing that for all these guys out here, getting you guys down here to the field. And you know the best part is we had earlier call out, we had over 15 new players, first-time players here on the field for today. So, I mean, that's a huge success for the airsoft industry just in general to have that many new players on a day, like on a weekday. Like that's crazy.
I think school's out.
Yeah,
schools are out
our
too.
Weekends are pretty regular seeing about that.
Yeah.
But a
Or
weekday
Fridays
seeing that,
especially.
yeah, it's really cool to see because that shows us that the fields are growing, the sport is growing, more people are hearing about the sport and coming out and trying it for the first time. So it's really cool that we're seeing that many new people on a weekday. It's not going to be, Wyatt. That's how our policy is. There'll never be an unban on that.
Play Speed QB.
Yeah, Speed QB. That's what you want to do. Speed QB. You know what? Maybe we should. Maybe I'll design something and there'll be one of our T-shirts available. Right. You know what we should do? There's a company called Teespring that we can actually design the shirts and just they pay to order the shirts. We should just have a bunch of Tack City designs that they can order when they want it. We don't have to actually stock them in the store, and they can purchase that. Because we keep.
About that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, we can do that, and we can have. You know how many?
So basically, you just design the shirt, don't make any money off of it
till it gets sold. That's when it happens. So we design the shirt. It goes for anywhere like $20 to $30 for the shirt. Someone buys it. We see a percentage. They see a percentage because they print it right there.
I like that
and
a lot.
So you know how many random stupid things we say here on the show that we can make a T-shirt of?
You're fired.
Oh, well, I mean, I think that's taken. I think that's trademarked. I'm just. We might want to be careful about that. Derek, you're fired. That's not trademarked. I think that might work. What do you think about GMR? Is that the Green Mountain Rangers, I think, or something, right? The Airsoft team?
I think in the past there's been a lot of controversy with those guys, but I don't know. We've never really...
they're more of a big milsim traveling team. I don't think they've ever played here at TAC. I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
I mean... I think
maybe back in the original, I think I may came across a few, but...
Maybe, yeah.
We never had any issues with them.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't see any problem with them. They make, I guess, some pretty decent gear. I know a lot of people like their map packs also, because they do custom gear as well. But yeah, I don't have an opinion either way. It's a tunnel. They're fighting on that.
Excuse me, player.
But the fanboys. So, I mean, I don't know. Is there a lot of fanboys for GMR? I
don't know.
I don't really...
Anytime people use fanboys, it sounds kind of gay to me. I don't know. I'm just saying.
I don't really... I don't know about too many of the fanboy... I know there's the cry people out there, like that are like cry or die, and I don't know. I mean...
What's the point of being a fanboy about anything?
I mean, hey, man... Can't knock the nerds. Like, I'm a fanboy of some of my shows and like movies and stuff like that, but I'm not. I don't know. I'm not like hardcore about any of it.
I don't know. Fanboy, fanatic.
Yeah,
you're crazy about whatever.
Yeah. But I mean, of an Airsoft.
Oh my God,
team?
cry pants. Oh my God, I'm so crazy about what? Really?
I don't see the.
It's a pair of pants. Relax.
I know exactly. I don't see the hype behind it. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't fanboy over anything really. Well, you know, I think it's because of like my profession and the stuff I've done out of here. I've dealt with a lot of like celebrity and pseudo-celebrity people, and there's people I've seen on TV that I just sat and done an interview with. I'm not.
People.
They're just regular people. That's kind of the way I see them.
Regular people meaning they can be pretty nice and
or
funny, whatever, and they can be dicks.
Yeah,
but that's normal people, right?
Yeah, and so I don't know.
You're a star or whatever, or a movie. You can either be a dick.
Yeah.
I guess I can say that, right?
Yeah.
Or you can just be a cool person. But that's just life. It doesn't, regardless if you're famous or not famous or ordinary.
I know. I've never really fanboyed.
Thank you.
What are those?
This is what I was talking about earlier, not
those. Oh, I thought you were talking about these. No. Oh.
So, in case you guys didn't know, all right,
they're over there. They're right there.
Where's it popping up?
That camera's over there. This camera.
Yeah, I can see this.
I can do this if you want to close up on Facebook. Here, there's a Facebook. Hold on. Here, there's a Facebook. All right, there you go, Sonny. You're on close up on Facebook.
So, if you want to, any new players are listening, or if you plan on bringing a new player, you get free BBs with every gun rental, right? So
yeah.
Just letting you know from the Elite Force.
So there's Elite Force. I thought you were talking about these 1,000 rounds. I brought these 1,000 rounds.
I said the rental BBs.
Oh, my bad. They're both 1,000 rounds. And so if you guys don't know what these are here, these are our Black Label.
Yeah, these are not
BBs.
Elite Force BBs.
No, those are not Elite Force. But what these are $695 for 1,025 gram BBs.
25, yeah.
But the plus on this is there can be. I checked. I grabbed one that didn't have anything in it. I looked. Sure? I did.
You could have.
I just grabbed one, but there are free passes in here. There are patches. There are random goodies inside of there.
There's a 3-month membership in one of them.
Oh, geez, we put a 3-month. Yeah. I did not realize that. So, I mean, you guys could potentially just grab one bag and end up with a 3-month membership for $695. So that is available in our pro shop. They are quality BBs from quality manufacturer. So they're one of the top manufacturers.
You will not be disappointed with BBs, guaranteed.
Yeah, I was into Airsoft, but then lost interest.
Why is that?
Why? I know. I was gonna say, why did you lose interest? So let's get into that a little bit, because actually that's a really good conversation starter. Because what I see a lot of people that lose interest in the sport is because they play at one field only, or they play with one gun only, and
Is it call sign Bunk?
call sign Bunk. Yeah.
Bunk?
Milsom Monday was fun.
You're welcome, man. Glad you had fun.
But yeah, so as far as like losing interest, I just talked to a player that is kind of taking a break or a hiatus from it. But I told him, you need to change up your attitude of how you play. Like everyone's like usually is chasing the high speed, the crazy like quickness. Change up your gameplay. Go to a sniper bolt action. Go to a revolver pistol. Limit your round count.
Make it more of a challenge, and it becomes a whole new game.
Exactly. I see people who are getting drum mags because they want the magazines that they don't have to change. You know what? Run a 30-round magazine.
Spend all your time playing and buying all the gear. Why don't you actually like learn a skill set?
Yeah, and so if you lose,
believe it or not, some of the stuff, I know we're playing a game. It's Airsoft Little BBs, but there are some skill sets. If you do enough, a lot of it crosses over to real guns. Not exactly, but a lot of the movements and to a certain point, and we might not get something out of it.
Here's one thing that will translate over. I bought a laser trainer system that works off of my phone. It screens to the wall with everything. The laser system actually goes into my airsoft gun, and I can actually dry fire in my room, and I can actually trigger control discipline and where my finger placement is. That translates over to real gun stuff.
Yes, we know it's not a real gun, but it's still muscle memory, still the same.
And I'm not having to spend money to go to a range. I'm not having to spend money on ammo, which right now is quite pricey. I mean, it's come down from what it was, but it's still pricey to go to a range and shoot real stuff. So it is one of those things that I do enjoy, that the airsoft can translate back and forth. But I always tell people, challenge yourself. Change what you play with. Do other stuff that makes it fun for you to do.
Yes, we do have Wii Mags.
It is really loud. Sorry, just kind of the microphones that are stuck on Instagram. It's the Instagram side of things because of the microphones that are there.
I got you.
We're out here on these a little bit hotter
Can you
microphones.
Talk louder?
Yeah. And then Wii Mags all metal for pistols. Yes.
Yeah.
For M4s, no. We carry metal M4 magazines by S&T and Matrix, and we just got the polymer high cap ones from PTS that came in. Those are the PMag style, and then
KWA.
Yeah, KWA polymer, EPM Speed QB mags. There's a bunch of different stuff, but we have a mix of everything. Did we have anything? I thought I saw something come up here. So
iPads. What does it say?
well, the size is right for me. So would I be able to try them on? Yes. Yes, you can.
Yes. We just got, I think, small to
large.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. And
maybe XL.
I know they've sold really quickly, so I don't know if we have all the sizes still available. But we got knee pads and elbow pads. And so,
yes, you can try them on. Yes.
Yes, they're not in a package that like would limit you to not try them on, but that is definitely doable. And then, we talked about losing interest in the sport. It happens. It definitely happens. And
sometimes it goes in cycles.
The thing that's funny is I know a lot of people like will go, and because college is out, like a lot of people will stop playing during their college year, and all of a sudden they get back in summer, and then they come back and start playing. I see a lot of people post up on like used things, leaving for college, can't play airsoft. Right. I'm like, wait, well, do you want to give up the sport completely?
In college for how long?
I know, like
you're gonna be a lifetime student, like 10 years.
If you come back during winter break,
probably starving students. They probably just want to.
I mean, very possible, but it's hard to like justify sometimes getting rid of your like favorite gun. I always say like never get rid of everything. Just keep at least one or two, and keep your iPro, and then you can go and play. In that sense, because you never know, like when you're going to want your iPro and just your regular pistol or your rifle, and you're like, you know what, I get this urge to play. I can go play on a weekend or something along that line. So
something's going on with Facebook.
Maybe, because I'm not seeing anything coming through here. Let me restart it and see if I got some questions that come through.
Instagram's got all our attention.
We got viewers.
David, I see you.
We don't see you,
that's
though,
kinda
David.
creepy, David.
Where are you, David? Are you on the mezzanine? No.
The official giddy up. What's
All right,
up,
trying
official?
to load this back up.
So we brought
It
this
might
up,
be.
I think, last week, and I'm pretty. I don't know if I'm going to announce it this week or not. I haven't made my decision yet. Of at least starting off with glow-in-the-dark BBs and tracer units mandatory for Speed QB.
Yeah, I know we talked about that. Let's dive a little deeper into it for you guys
Today
that might
has
be
been,
watching
it's
that.
packed,
didn't see
guys.
it.
We have close to 90 players now.
Yeah, it's because it's $5 day, and there's still some time left in the day. You can get down here in the next 30 minutes. You still got an hour and 20 minutes, hour and a half of playtime. That's about 3 game sets, maybe 4 for $5. You can't really go wrong. Yeah, I'm not seeing.
I mean, obviously, a lot of the glow-in-the-dark BBs are quality BBs from the manufacturer, so that's not an issue. Because the technology of the tracer units, now it doesn't have to be low lights or lights out for them to actually glow. I think we would probably. I think most players are going to the green as opposed to the red. For some reason, the green glows better than red. But I think for the quality of the game, for refereeing purposes, and also just the optics of the look of a bunch of glow-in-the-dark BBs flying everywhere, I think it just really would make Speed QB stand out even more.
Wyatt says, I can't afford it. Please, no tracer needed for Speed QB. Can't afford it. Get a sponsor. I mean, so here.
But you can afford dye pads?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's got to look cool, right? Well, so here's a serious thing I want to get into when it comes to what Speed QB is starting to become. There are more and more teams out there that are getting more and more representation from sponsorship. We're seeing more and more people looking at investing into these teams where paintball.
So that's going to tell you something, guys.
Yeah.
And that's good for everyone. It's good for the teams individually. I mean, I put these banners up here for you guys. I mean, obviously, I can pimp that out and get paid for that, but it's for you guys. We're trying to legitimize this style of play, and for the teams also starting to see team sponsorships, or at least teams talking to them about sponsorship. That's a win for you guys, right? So I preach this all the time, those Speed QB mornings, but protect this style, guys. Watch how you represent yourself, your team, the sport, this style, because there's a lot of misinformation floating out there, and when they see how you act, if you act in an inappropriate way, they're going to label Speed QB as that.
Yeah.
And that's not good for anyone.
No, and it's not good. But
and sponsors will not want to touch you.
The thing that I want to touch on is, as this sport grows, we are going to see more and more professional teams coming into play. Teams that are going to start up and have backing behind them, and they're going to have top of the line gear. Paintball did the same exact thing. You have investors that come into this whole situation that want to put a team together that's just going to put their name across a jersey. They're going to pay for your paint. They're going to pay for your guns. They're going to pay for all that stuff.
Because
that's paintball. But Airsoft can get that way, and we are leading that direction.
And it's easier for them because guess what? All that stuff you just mentioned in paintball is a lot more expensive than it is in Airsoft, so it's not as big of an investment as it would be in paintball.
Honestly, one of the things you guys should start looking at is maybe not just sponsorships from Airsoft-related companies, but hey, do your friends have a local AC company that wants to get advertised? You get jerseys with an AC name on it. Cool, run the AC jersey the whole time, because that is going to elevate the sport. You look at Coca-Cola has nothing to do with soccer besides putting their brand on soccer. Talking about World Cup starting this week, we're going to see all kinds of companies that have nothing to do with creating gear or product for soccer other than just putting their name on the sport because it's getting the eyes. Guys, last tournament we saw almost 500,000 views on our tournament feed, and because of the way we're going with it, this next week we've got field sponsors. We've got the banners that are out there on the field that you can see. Those are because they are paying to be out there. They are branding this field. But who's to say in a month from now, 2 months from now, we don't have a company like Subaru sponsoring? They've got nothing to do with Airsoft besides, hey, we just want our name on that field because we see the coverage that you're getting.
Now that's the holy grail, because like with paintball, that took a long time.
Yes.
But and they're not even fully down that road either, even paintball. But nonetheless, it's still something. Like I played on teams that, geez, this is going to date me, but I don't know if you remember. I guess you call them a T-shirt company, No Fear. Remember No Fear?
Oh yeah,
we were sponsored by them.
Yeah.
Right.
And they were an alternative lifestyle company,
or
and
Oakley, things of that nature.
Yeah, it
Oakley, wasn't like Gatorade or anything. Like we were sponsored Red Bull for a little while.
And that's the thing. A lot of these companies, like they are out there, and there are sponsor divisions that
I think we have a large Speakeasy belt. I think you'd have to call to find out. I'm guessing large. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's fine. But these companies have divisions that just sponsor random stuff. If you go on Red Bull's Instagram or their YouTube and see the different sports that they do, breakdancing competitions, they do karate competitions.
Whatever does to get their name out.
Yeah,
right? They might stumble across a market that they didn't think of. And
have you seen the single speed cycle course things that they? So single speed bicycles, single gear bicycles, they do like competitions. They have highlight videos that are sponsored by Red Bull. I'm like, really? This is a thing that gets.
Well, if the price is right.
Yeah, Airsoft can be one of those things, guys, and it's elevating. So when a player says they can't afford it, I get it. I understand. We've all been in that kind of situation, but you need to do the footwork to get yourself able to get
just represent,
because
put the hard work in.
What's going to happen for you guys who make that claim that you can't afford it, you will get left behind. The sport will grow. The teams that will come in will dominate this industry, and you will get left behind. If you do not want to get left behind, you need to do the footwork to get yourself elevated to the level that this is going to become. We've talked to companies about prize money involved in tournaments. There's talk about stuff that goes that direction. G&G just had their tournament in Taipei, and I think it was $10,000 that they had on the line for some of the positions. That's Airsoft in another country that is like most people never hear of here, but guys, we have the ability to grow this sport in a whole different direction that like we just it's endless possibilities. So I mean, you guys, I don't know if it comes across the amount of passion and drive that I have when I do my video production and stuff like that. But like the reason I invest and I come here early at 7 o'clock in the morning to set up cameras for you guys, and I get frustrated that certain things aren't working, because I really want to see this sport grow, because I really do love it. I really like the reason I come and play with all you guys here on the weekends and stuff is because I love being out here and playing this sport. So I want to see it grow. I want to see it be on a national level. I appreciate SYG, Captive, and I'm Legacy for heading out to Arizona and representing the brand out there and growing that on it. I just had a mom the other day. She didn't realize VIP Airsoft was a thing. They're from Arizona. She looked it up as I was right there with her. She's 2 blocks away from the place. She didn't. They drove all the way down here. They're playing at Tac City, and I'm talking to her and having a conversation about the sport 2 blocks away, and her kids can go play.
Out of town?
Yeah. She did not realize that was a thing.
Out of town. We still have, I forget the gentleman's name. From Scotland.
He's
been here like every day for a whole week.
He was here at our event for the charity event, which
he won,
awesome.
He won,
the Classic Army Nem sport lines. He got the 2 of them.
Did he need a pistol and a rifle?
No, he got the 2 rifles, and he got the Classic Army double rifle. Yeah.
Wow.
So he got that, and so he's been playing with that. We did the downgrade for him on that.
Can't help myself. Scotland. Freedom.
Sorry. Do you plan to play and where? Oh, I don't know. I think that's coming from he's talking to someone else. Get a Crytek. They are over. Okay, so he's talking to going back and forth.
He's having a tournament gun, gun, tournament gun. I mean, they perform well, but there's a lot of guns that perform well now. I mean, I'm real excited about the X9. I know I'm sounding like a Classic Army fanboy again, but that X9 seems like a perfect style gun for Speakeasy.
So as far as when we would implement tracers, it would probably be by next tournament, probably.
Then, not this Sunday.
No. But by actual tournament, October tournament is when it might be a requirement.
Maybe August. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. Beforehand, but like
I'm gonna talk to some of the players Sunday and then the next month as well to kind of get a feel for it. But I don't really think it's that big of a stretch to like if I decide to like carry those BBs and sell them at a discounted price, so it's easier for them.
Yeah.
At least to get it going.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, because
and I don't have a problem like renting tracer units if that's the case.
Yeah.
But right now, what we're seeing is seeing a lot of guys on their own because we sell tracer units like crazy now, especially the lighters. That I think majority of the players already have tracer units.
Yeah, a good majority of them do.
Right.
Dakota here, I got back to his question here. What's a suggestion for a long-term gun? Well, as far as long-term goes,
tournament or
to long-term,
okay,
term gun. So, so something that's going to last him. So, honestly, I've had people with KWAs and high kappa pistols from Tokyo Marui that leave them stock, and they lasted them 5-6 years. I have one player right now who's
because they were built a certain way
to perform, and as long as you don't change anything on them and you keep them maintained, they will last you quite a bit. As far as rifles go, my ERG has now gone 2 years now. I've never opened up the gun besides putting a barrel and bucking in it, but everything has lasted fine for the past 2 years of play. And combat machines, I've seen them as long as they're like, I would not take a combat machine and run a 11-1 LiPo and expect it to last.
I want to run an 11-1 LiPo
and consider that would be long term. Yeah. Well, my ERG I run it at 11-1.
Again, I always
but
give an analogy of like drag strip cars.
Yeah.
Right? Like, dragsters where high torque and stress and they can do this and go this so fast, but they have a very, very short shelf life.
Yeah.
Because you're putting so much stress. Yeah, it'll work, but it's not meant to be like a daily driver, right? So the more you tweak something to where it's so specific and high performance and durability are not synonymous.
Yes.
You have to almost pick one or the other or find that balance.
And honestly, all the guns, like Crytek's stock, will last for quite a while. Combat machine, or not combat, but the G&G Top Tech lines and everything, if you leave them stock, they will last quite a while. I have people who have brought in guns that are 4 or 5 years old. I've had older than that, and they're still coming out and playing with it. They haven't done anything to the gun, and it still lasts. That's just the way those are designed.
Keeping guns stocked, I mean, for the most part, the guns he just listed will keep, especially like, let's say SpeedQB, right? You're in the fight.
Something real quick.
You're in the fight, so for me, equipment, I don't put too much, how do I put this? I don't put too much into the equipment as long as it's within a certain parameter. Other than that, it's going to be, my performance is based on me or what I do. But as long as my equipment is more, I err towards the side of durability and consistency and reliability.
Yeah.
Because as long as I stay in that range of performance, I'm okay. I don't need to be one end of the performance range. As long as I'm in the durability range where I can count on it, because the worst thing in the world is to have a high-performance gun and you don't know from game to game if it's actually going to perform.
Here's the best thing I can tell you from experience and being up in the tech department. Most of the people who come out and play with their high-performance high kappas
Come back.
play for maybe half the day, if that, because there's something always going wrong with their gun.
Like tinkering with cars,
tinkering
right?
with it, and that's just how that is. There are people who have tuned their stuff and will play reliably for the time. That's not a problem, but majority of the people will go and play and then come back up because of a problem, or play a couple games and then come back and play, run into an issue again. But for you guys watching Facebook, I just moved our camera, our second camera, to the other side of the field to show the minigun, because I see Garrett is setting up the minigun right now. He's just testing it, making sure it's cutting off. Yeah, they can see it up in the upper corner on our picture-in-picture on our Facebook page. So what's up, Freddie? How's it going over there on Facebook? But yeah, that picture-in-picture over there on Facebook, you got that minigun thing going on. Let's see. As long as it shoots under 350, yeah, I'm see if I get back to the question that it was. Can we use a
props?
Props?
Looks like
Is
props.
I'm confused.
Can we use props at attack?
So like a sword, an axe?
So you can use like melee weapons, but you can't necessarily hit them with it. But if you touch them with a prop weapon, it's considered a kill.
Not Ben asked. I'm thinking of starting about high kappa. What should I start with?
Marui, probably.
Tokyo Marui. If you want a gun that's just going to be reliable and last and be stock, Tokyo Marui. If you want
Stock.
something that you're going to tinker
But
with.
he's talking about a build.
Yeah,
so.
if you're going to be, well, and then if you're building, there's a lot of options out there too to build with. I've seen people build with the new Jag high kappas. Mine's personally a Z gun. It's not a Tokamirui. I don't actually own a Tokamirui high cap. I have 5 high kappas and none of them are Tokamiruis, and they all outshoot most of the Tokamiruis, and they don't break that often.
I mean, you can literally build a Tokamirui. Well,
you can build a Tokamirui.
I mean, you can start off with a very low budget shell of a gun, a body of a gun, and just totally put the guts in.
Here's the other thing that people can do as well.
High Kappa aftermarket parts are probably even better than Tokamirui.
Freddie says he'll let me light him up with the minigun for a bronze pass. Nah, not worth it. I light up kids with the minigun and don't have to give up anything. But yeah, so here's what you can also do. There's advanced frames that are out there on the market. Like, honestly, as soon as you take apart the Tokamirui and start changing, it's not Tokamirui, so why not just start from the ground up? Buy an advanced frame,
But like you said, he's just going for a high Kappa build, so literally he can...
Yes, start there.
Doesn't have to even start with any Tokamirui at all.
No, and the only thing you would potentially run into
out of the box,
issue-wise,
Tokamirui is a good start.
Yeah, is fitment. You might have some things where you have to do a little bit of fitment to get right, but honestly, it's not
most
that
of the
far
high Kappa
off.
manufacturers will mark it as a selling point, TM compatible.
Yeah,
but you still have to do your homework, because sometimes when they say that, it's not true.
Yeah, and most of the time,
slightly.
We've gone with the garter slides and the Airsoft Masterpiece slides are what we carry in our pro shop, and 90% of the time they slide right onto a Tokamirui with no problem. The other 10%, it's just a fluke in manufacturing, and we have to do a little bit of fitment. There's always a break-in period. We've done it with KJW high kappas. We've done it with Jag high kappas. Every high kappa out there can fit stuff that's Tokamirui spec. As long as they can claim that they are Tokamirui spec, they can be fitted to that standard there. I hear BB's getting loaded in the minigun. I hear a lot of them dropping, too.
On the floor, yeah. Maybe overfilling it?
Yeah, it might be an overfill kind of situation.
We have a packed dead box right now. I would say, yeah, easily.
Propane in my 5.1. No, propane is not allowed at Tac City. There is a new ordinance that went into place in 2018 that we cannot allow propane in our building anymore.
Not to mention, it's probably not the preferred...
yeah, he means propane, yeah. You can use it in your gun outside of here, but it's not really recommended. A lot of people who use propane don't realize that it needs proper lubrication. It dries out your O-rings much quicker. I see a lot more damaged guns on propane from inexperienced people.
Different things, like the propane gives them more FPS. I think that still remains to be proven.
Limited, yeah. But honestly, if you're a well-maintaining gun tech, propane is fine, but... for the majority, a majority of the people do not use propane properly and damage their guns much quicker because of it.
Because of propane.
Yeah.
And they end up spending more after the fact.
Yeah. How much would it be to make my gun into a DSG? $800 to $1,000. It's not a cheap process,
a lot of money.
And there's no guarantee on your gun.
Have a DSG.
Yeah. Or an SSG. Well, see, we do SSG builds all day. They're about $80 for us to do the installation on it if you have all the parts. If you need the parts, you're looking at about maybe $200 to $300 with parts, depending on what parts you go with. Can they learn to say Tokamirui FF? I'm not sure on that. Is Speed QB event at TAC more for teams, or can... random people, random groups can come on the practice days. Yeah,
it's like pick up basketball games at the park.
Yeah,
at least our monthly SpeedQB. But then we have the tournament in October, which is completely different.
It does require a team sign up. So I mean, you don't have to be a legit team. You can have 5 friends that come out and want to try the tournament.
Right.
Go ahead, come out. But as far as practice days, if you don't have a full squad or a full team, we can substitute you in with other teams. $10 gets you the play there, and if you want to play the rest of the day, it's only $10 more to play the rest of the day.
So literally,
that's a
you can
killer
be playing
deal.
From 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. for $20.
Yeah, it's a crazy deal. You can't get that anywhere else. Not all Wii's are TM compatible. They are TM spec, not TM compatible, but you have to do some fitment. Now, if we're talking Gen 2 in line, yes, housing and nozzles are not compatible, but slides still are. Other parts still are. You just have fitment. And so you just have to, it's all hit or miss with those kind of situations. But yes, we have gotten Airsoft Masterpiece stuff on Wii things. We've seen it go both ways in that sense. Almost time to get that minigun running. We've got the refs getting ready. Fields got separated. They're getting ready. We're probably going to hear that minigun going on. So no propane at TAC. No propane at TAC. Can we fill it out? No, you cannot fill it outside because it still dispenses inside when you shoot.
And
so,
guess what? We can smell it a mile away.
Exactly. It's under 300. Why would it matter? It's not the FTS, or it's the gas itself is not allowed. All right, so for you guys watching Facebook, that minigun should be going live in about maybe 15 seconds. It is loud as of right now, but let's see when that actually goes over for them. Cool. Why is anyone playing Ghost's Player? It's because they can, Trojan. It's a free world. It doesn't bother us.
What?
Say, why you guys talking shit to the other people up top? Don't bother us. We still do the show. I mean, we're used to it. Do you store HP tanks with air? Yeah, as long as you're not storing them for long periods of time, you're totally fine to leave your air in your tank. I used to know. Oh, I see someone running to the minigun. Oh, there it is. Oh. They're going. They're not pushing. I don't think it's live yet. Oh, she tucked back down.
Is it live? Is it live? It's on?
And we're waiting. I don't think she's pushing it hard enough.
Oh, there you go.
There it goes.
Oh, yeah.
That is just a great sound.
I know.
So, you guys... Oh, she's there. She's still up. No one's shooting at her. What should my first high cap upgrades be? Bucking and barrel. On the cheap side, Maple Leaf Crazy Jets and bucking would be a great option. Right about $35, you're going to increase your range and accuracy. And if not going with bucking and barrel on the cheap side, you can go with the higher end with a PDI or a Pro Win or 9-ball. And one of their, I would still go with the Maple Leaf bucking, but there is the UAC bucking out there and the 9-ball bucking that people do like out there for upgrades. But that's always my first upgrade in most of my pistols. They're just going back and forth. Trojans being a nice guy and defending us, but it's all good. What are some good cases that are TSA approved? Plano makes good cases. Null Pro has good cases. They have to be hard stuff. Pelican makes good cases. I think it's a 1710 is a good Plano case for travel.
Plano has a tactical line too.
Yeah. Yes, Plano does have the tactical line. That's really good out there as well.
You know, Pelican cases are great, but there's a lot of competitors that do the same thing for like a lot less.
Yes. There's Storm makes
there's at least 5
stuff.
different brands I can think of.
I'm trying to think who else, but yeah. What's the best airsoft gun for the beginners? I got from Gail Garcia.
Rifle or pistol?
Rifle.
Well, we probably go rifle. I mean,
for
versatility for
versatility, also for confidence in play style, having the round count. Rifle would be where I would go. Combat machines, the Classic Army Sport line. What else do we got out there right now? In the Crytek Alpha series are great starters. I'm thinking the ARP9s are really awesome for smaller players. They're a nice compact option. Right in that $200 wheelhouse, gets you quite a bit of options nowadays. The new Raider 2.0 from Classic Army, from G&G, has been a really solid competitor with a micro switch trigger and electronic trigger control system. do you need to
I don't understand the question.
Do you need to be 4 hinges or 2 because I need 1 to come to the tourney?
I don't understand the question. Maybe it's
I'm confused on that question. 4 hinges. It might be a
Flash.
spelling check kind of situation that changed
Can
it.
you clarify that question, Flash?
Paintball triggers in Airsoft. They're not allowed at our field. They're not allowed for Speed QB. I honestly, they're not needed for the way these guns shoot. The reason they're in paintball is because accuracy in paintball is not there. So it's about putting rounds down range. In Airsoft, I know a lot of people think volume is going to be better, but it honestly isn't. You can pinpoint your shots much better and be more accurate with a well-placed shot than putting a lot of rounds down range. So I don't see them as necessary.
A lot of times guys want them to overcompensate for a lack of skill.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what most players... I get shit for it all the time, but 90% of HPA players don't know how to play and shoot a gun.
Well, how do you can't really say that either.
I can easily say that. I say most people who have speed triggers because they lack confidence in their single shot. Most people who drum mags because they don't have confidence in their magazine transition ability. Honestly, I mean, I'm throwing shade for sure because most players out there sit there and use high cap magazines.
I'll agree to the point that, like I said earlier, it's not the equipment. As long as the equipment doesn't break down on you or malfunction, right? And there's a certain threshold that as long as you're between here and here as far as performance-wise, as long as the gun is functioning, it doesn't matter all that other stuff.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. So Instagram's done. We got about a minute left here on Facebook. Yeah, we just cut real quick on there. But as far as it goes, kind of going back to the best beginner, and if you're going pistol-wise, high kappas are a really great start because of the parts that are available.
And Gail, if you're looking for the first gun, I would come into the shop and ask about our America packages.
Yes, that goes live this weekend.
Great deals. I'll give you an example. You can buy, I think it's $90 on top of what the regular price is for the gun, but then you get 15 passes to play Airsoft, plus 3 accessories on top of that.
Yeah, so
ask about the America packages that goes live this weekend.
This weekend.
It's a huge deal, especially if you're going to get your first gun or for somebody else. You can get 3 accessories. You get 5 days of play for free included.
15 days of play.
15 days.
Yeah, you said 5.
I'm sorry,
15 days of play.
15 days.
Yeah.
It's a great value.
Great value, and honestly...
Especially for your first package, it's a great opportunity to get your feet wet.
I know there's mask in there, there's goggles in there, there's
extra
gloves,
mags,
there's extra mags. So if it's your first gun and you need those accessories, it's the first time playing, that's the way to go because you're not going to find any package better than that.
And get to play 15 times for free.
For free, yeah. So definitely, if you're in the area, stop by this weekend because those go live this weekend. If you need it today or tomorrow, we still have our Holy Crap packages available, which have the same packages, just not the same. It's different pricing for that system there. We made it easier. Come around. So you guys watching on Facebook still, the minigun is live.
Like a little gaggle of all around the minigun, waiting for the guy to take a hit.
This is hilarious. So there goes. I just heard it turn off. I just heard the cutoff on it.
And who's gonna walk up to it next?
Yeah, let's see who goes next. He technically wasn't blind firing. He was looking right down the rail there.
I was waiting for that minigun to come our way.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, oh, no. But, yeah, so, guys, that has been episode 80 here. It is a packed night here. There's still some time left. You guys can still make it down here. Yeah, we might break 100 tonight for sure.
Remember, summer hours start Monday.
3 o'clock, $20 entry for the whole day of play there, guys. Speed QB is Sunday. We will be going live just about 9:30 roughly with some cool new things to try out for you guys before we get into tournament.
Everything Speed QB.
Yeah, guys. Thank you guys for joining us here on Tac City Live. We will see you guys next week. Yeah.